as I did broadcast earlier today and realized I didn't have it set up to save past broadcasts. So, oops. Okay, so right up here is the near about the original spawn for the world that my daughter and I started that just more or less ended up being my world. And you'll see my wife has played quite a bit and is also on here. So, quick little tour of the world. We started walking, and we came across this area here, which became known as the Bowl. Or, oh, you know what? Hold on. I have it on peaceful because I was running. So, anyways, and this is essentially a drown spawner. This thing right here, though, we set up a base over there because it's like, ooh, you know, this is cool. And just we're constantly attacked by drown. The drown, I don't know if it's an update thing or if it's just the way they have them, but man, you get more drown than you get chickens in this freaking place. So we built a little hut. This was kind of a starter hut. It had more stuff in it, but we've since moved. But we left this here as almost like an outpost. You see, we had a little farm. Daughter started collecting animals and whatnot. So, always something spawning on the roof. Had a little farm over there, yada yada. Oh, man. Whatever. So we built a little starter hut. It had a, decent sized basement, whatever. We had storage, but now it's basically just an outpost. And one day we were exploring over this way after, getting everything set up. And we came across, credit where credit's due, my daughter came across a village. And we're like, yay. Because when you get having a village means you're eventually going to get mending. So, and not have to fish for 27 hours. Okay. So, we came over now over, we'll go around this way. Over this way, I had built an actual drown farm. It was not particularly efficient. I don't know if just building an ocean-based drown farm, because they tend to spawn more in rivers, I believe. So, out this way used to be the drown. I cleared all this out, mostly for the sand, and lit it all up originally. And from about here heading out, like 100-some blocks that way, was a drown farm. I had a villager stuck in glass, and like encased in glass at the bottom of the ocean, and then drown would head towards him, get sucked into a water stream, and get pulled up, and they could be hacked to bits. It was not the best farm I've ever built, so I got rid of it, got annoyed. I even rescued the villager. That was fun. So, I could have just offed him, but meh. So, heading over this way, we found a village. This here is apparently a horse and pig spawner. Hello. This I put out in the middle of here as a phantom killing area. It was lit up, it's enclosed, so nothing else can get at you. And haven't used it yet. Haven't even tested it out. I just kind of stuck it there. So that was recent. But so we wandered over this way and found a village. Well, as we approach, you'll see that it's no longer a village. It's a giant barn. And looking over that, so right about, actually it's about where the barn is where we found the village. And just happened to look over that way and saw another village. They were far enough away that they weren't interfering with each other. So we're like, hey, we can do this. Now, hi kitty. Hey, come here, kitty. So, this was built by my wife. she has an affinity for the new lanterns. On my suggestion, I'm taking credit for it. She put in pressure plates so that the animals can come out and go back into their pens, and I thought it was cute. So this used to be a village. We tore down the village because we had a village over there, and we were trying to build more buildings. So we used everything we gathered from the village to help over there. She even put in a windmill, which I haven't actually seen this up close. Even on the stream I did earlier, the failed stream, I kind of forgot the windmill was here. So, kind of neat. What's on the inside? A ladder. That I apparently can't operate. That's pretty cool. I am a big fan of using the concrete powder for walls. I do like that look. So, okay, fine. What you got? Nothing I feel like stealing. I assume she mostly planted this for decoration. So, looks pretty cool. So, she's like, I'm going to put a barn over there. One thing about my wife, she does not do anything halfway in Minecraft. Look at this place. Got all the different colored sheep. Assume this is a stable. I assume this is a barn office. I don't know. So, yeah, so this used to be a village. So we decided, as we've done a couple of times on other worlds, to build a wall around the village. That way we could kind of harvest the villagers for their trades and whatnot. Kind of breed and then eliminate as we get bad villagers. By the way, with all of the villager, and you'll see the crazy amount of villagers we have here in a moment. This is the stable for it. I have not 100% sure which horses are mine. I believe that one is, actually. Hi. Kitty. But as we come into the village, the actual entrance is over here. We, cats now spawn in villages, so we had two villages near each other, and we kept taming the cats, so it kept spawning more, and then we tamed those, and it would spawn more, so we just basically put a a creeper perimeter. I didn't do that. Thanks for the wheat, though. Okay. So, we decided to put in a creeper perimeter, so to speak, and just planting cats kind of all over the place. I did end up taking some of them with. Apparently we spawn llamas too. So I'm going to sleep. I'm not going to show you that. This here used to be the cathedral. My daughter took it over and replaced everything with planks. Okay. So keep the phantoms away for another few days. Oh my god. Villagers. So, the wife and I, mostly the wife as far as the buildings go, well, I helped with these ones. Redid the well, that was her. But we, started adding buildings and thus adding doors, because as of right now, doors is the mechanic that gets you villager breeding. Oh my goodness, is it that hot in here? Are we airing these places out? Is that what we're doing? Ugh, every door. Oh my goodness. Alright, so I don't care about the doors anymore because they're just going to screw them up. So I built a villager trader. Trust me, I'm getting to the good stuff soon. And we've got clerics, and we have an armor smith, a toolsmith, and a weaponsmith. We've got one of these guys is a mending trade. A couple of them have like fortune and silk touch. Typically, it's get off the bed. Typically, basically it's mending and silk touch that we're after. So you know we have the trade stuff and the enchanting stuff. That was our early one. Hi. So the wife built a house here. She decided that she was just going to make this area her base because she apparently loves lag, and there's plenty of it. It's normally worse, but she has. You'll see, she's got a lot of farms, and she manages to turn them off because she automates or semi-automates everything. So let's go upstairs. I haven't been up here. Well, actually, that's a lie. I was up here earlier, but I'm gonna pretend like I haven't streamed before and I hadn't been up here in a while. She does decorate. Oh, I didn't notice the ladder before. It does the same thing as those. No, this is a separate area. I didn't see this earlier. Yeah, neat. She does like her lamps. Insert Steve Carell joke there. And then, yeah, she does closets too somewhere. There's a closet around here. So there we go. Here's the closet. Anything in here? Whatever. So yeah, so she does, I think she does very well building houses. You'll see that there is a definite, I'm lost. There's a definite difference between the way she Minecrafts and the way I Minecraft as far as building goes. So this is basically the wife's base where I'm coming out here to get a good look. I should probably eat something. The house. Well done. I don't do houses. I tend to build rectangles with like stupid looking roofs. So get. It's not your house. We built you houses. Alright, so you come down here, and there's, down here this is her massive sugarcane farm. My first death on this world happened when she just had a ladder here, and I came down to take a look at it, and fell off the ladder from about there. So yeah, it hurt. But she has a switch where she could turn it on and off. So yeah, you know, observers and pistons, you know, the standard automated farm bit. Head back up. Now, the quick way down, but we're not going to do that, because I want you to see the farms as we go. And I'm going the wrong way. So, bamboo farm. I've got a cactus farm. I copied her farm. I don't know whose farm this was originally. I'm sure she could tell you whose farm design that is. And here's the bottom part of the bamboo farm. There's her kelp farm. Melons and pumpkins. It's going to be melons and pumpkins on the other way. There's the bottom part of the kelp farm. This is the bottom part of the melon farm and pumpkin farm. And hey, we just saw it go off. So, there we go. They're not completely no loss. Hey, you've got this stuff. Chorus flowers and stuff. Need a little bit of that if you want glowstone. And here we have her semi-automatic farm, where there's a button. If I can Minecraft for a second. Hit that button. It flushes them. There's dispensers with water buckets and pushes them into the water stream and into the hoppers, and boom. And then she just has to go in and replant. So, not too bad. Let's keep going. What do we got down here? The chicken farm. I have the same design, only I don't have that exposed, like no glass there. But this is, I don't know who's, I want to say, I'm not sure if this is a Mumbo design or not. I think it's either Mumbo or Exuma. Exuma Void. Either Mumbo Jumbo or Exuma Void. I think this this is the Exumavoid design. So there's a switch here that you flip the switch and it actually turns off there's a dispenser that shoots an egg whenever it gets one, and, you know, odds of getting a chicken, yada yada. And if you turn it off, then the dispenser just fills with eggs, and so you can get eggs. So it kind of works for both. I have the same one in my base because I like the design. This is her smelters. What are we smelting? We are smelting kelp. That is a theme, because I'm doing the same thing. This is her armor displays. I set one up like this in my base. She liked the design. Hers is slightly different than mine, but they're pretty much the same. And what do we got? Storage. And now we're down into the storage area. She has a shulker box, like auto with hoppers. You can, if I can hold still, you can see there are hoppers back there. So she's got an auto sorter into shulker boxes, and she apparently watches way too much Tango and Impulse. So, heading over here, this would be her potion area. So, yeah, I figured I'm working my way towards my base, but we have to go through the Nether first. And what time of day is it? She doesn't have any clocks down here, so we'll just take the long way back up. I could have just taken the water stream up, I realize, but hey, you know. One last look at her color-coded auto farms. I got no room to talk. I color-code my floors. So, is it nighttime? No. Good. So, yes, this place is one of the side benefits of having so many villagers is you get... Really? What do you, lookout? You get a lot of iron golems, and since we actually kill a lot of the villagers we get, not as much anymore, because, you know, they spawn at... Oh my god, stop leaving the doors open. This is how we get monsters. I swear I'm going to put iron doors up. One of the side benefits of having a lot of iron golems is, and you kill villagers, is every once in a while when you're doing pretty much anything, especially as claustrophobic as it gets there, sometimes you accidentally hit a villager, or you hit an iron golem, or whatever, and especially since, you know, we'd get, you know, a villager we don't need, like a cleric, put him in a boat him around over to our little villager killing area, which I have enough time before it gets dark to show you. Real simple, and it's not, you know, there's really no way for the iron golems, or if they're just, I mean, they're far enough away, so it really doesn't matter, but hypothetically, if they weren't, boom, you just drop the boat down there, hop out of the boat, get rid of the boat, villager dies, you're done. But you do occasionally, when you're trying to get villagers into boats and break boats and things like that, you accidentally hit a villager and you piss off every iron golem, so it kind of works as like a weird, slow, inefficient iron farm, but we've gotten a surprisingly high amount of armor from it. Or iron from it, sorry. So, there you go. Oh my, stop, what, how? There better be a villager out here and I'm stranding him. Alright, well, that's not what I meant. It's getting dark, you should go inside. Stop opening the door to the outside gate. You know what, I don't care, it's not my area. I am going to sleep here, though. Okay, so time to head over to my area. Now, one of the other things that my wife did, she has pretty much done, like, all of the work in this village. I mean, yes, I did the original stable, I did a bunch of the buildings, I did the original storage area, which was a giant rectangular cobblestone building, like right here, because, you know, I go for function over form, and we had a ton of cobblestone, so, okay. you know what? I don't want this. I don't want that. So she went and we just had like a little path that goes up to what used to be just sitting out there, just standing. So she originally just put like a shack around it, essentially, and decided not enough, and we want to be able to fit horses through there. So she went and widened the path and added a wall to keep the drown, because surprisingly enough, you get a lot of drown in here, and apparently a fish. So this is the second time I've been here. I was very amazed. I'm big on the ruined look of, like mixing in broken or cracked or mossy blocks to make it look like it's a really old pathway. I did a little bit of that at my base as well. I'll show you. But coming around here, I don't get over here very often, so more lanterns. So anyway, so she decided that, oh yeah, never mind, there's a wall there, I gotta go back around. So she decided she was going to pretty this up and put a little stable there, because we have long nether tunnels, and typically she likes to ride horses through the nether. So there's a little stable. Alright, let's head in. Now, we had originally made the nether tunnel to get to the nether fortress, and I put my base near there because, and I'm working on a prettier tunnel